Hello guys, welcome back to Tierspec TV. Not that long ago, we featured a Land Rover 101 on our series Out of the Barn. However, it is probably little known knowledge that we actually have two of them. However, this one is not as in good condition as the other one. So, what are we doing today?
What we're doing today is trying to get him to move under his own power, which haven't been done for the last 10 years, I think.
Is it 10 years?
Probably
And
more.
was the last time it saw daylight, was that the last time we had it out?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's another thing. When was that? Was it 2000? I don't know when it was.
I think it was like 4 years ago.
Yeah, many years ago, we actually tried to do the same thing with this, and we actually planned to film a series on sort of reviving this 101 like many years ago, and for some reason it never really took off, and well, we never got it started. We never really got it started, literally, and we've just been motivated to get it back out again this summer and see if we can get it running, because you drove all the way from the UK to here, right?
I'm pretty sure it did, because it got the UK number plates on it.
And
you can't drive it on the Danish road for those. I'm pretty sure they went to England to get it and drove it all the way back here, where they then stuck it into the barn because they only wanted the winch from it. They got that PTO.
It was only
winch.
here for spares.
Yeah,
so.
exactly. And now it's just been sitting in there. But it drove itself into the barn, and then it just cut out, and now we just can't get it started. But we might have found the problem. We fixed two of the problems, now just the last one left.
Yeah, but we'll go into detail on that in a minute. But yeah, that could be a fun summer thing if we can actually get that running, and maybe even today. But we'll wait and see. So let's jump into this. Thanks to Nissa's efforts the day before, we had a pretty good idea of why it wouldn't start. So we decided to get the working 101 out and go and look for some spares on the farm. Here's one we made earlier.
See if it works. I did that.
How?
I'm not very proud of it.
What did you do?
Pushed it into the garage, and the door all of a sudden opened up, and it hit the other Defender in there, of the older series.
Oh, thank God, I thought you were going to say Huey then. That'd be like a double whammy.
This thing has gone missing on that one. I knew I had one, but now it's just gone. Been looking for that later. Rear door here. And this should be my... Oh, there it is. Yeah, I got two of them. Although this one is a newer type. I think they've got like that choke thing in here. So I don't think we can use that one, we need the other one. Just where did I put it? We got a butterfly valve for Bob, we never installed, to go loud and even louder up. Cheeky bugger. And this one is the old type. It's also called the 175 CD, but we should be able just to fit everything over as we know these cars work. main problem with trying to start it was that we was getting no response at all. Trying to crank it, even though we used engine start thing fluid, we didn't get anything, which is a bit weird, which led me to thinking that it was the ignition system. But I had a look at the distributor, and that was getting 24 volts of power. So that should be fine. I don't know about, not the distributor, the coil was getting 24 volt power, but I don't know about the distributor because everything is waterproof and sealed off. But once we took this one off, I was quite surprised I wasn't getting any fuel out of it. Because normally when you open up, you got the fuel bowl here. This thing should be completely filled up with fuel, so when you take it off, well, the fuel comes out. But there wasn't any, which is a bit weird because I ran the fuel pump on it like a month ago. And sure enough, it was the needle valve here, where you got the floats raising up and down. And once this hits, you know, the level goes up, up, up. And once this one pushes up, the needle valve stops flowing anymore. And what's happened was, this one was stuck like this, so it wasn't getting any fuel into the carb whatsoever. So now it's been loosened up, but we're gonna use the ones from that one because we rebuilt that 2 carbs last time, and we know that the needle valve's completely new. So hopefully they will do just fine. But that's the main problem. We hope why he won't start. So as you can see on this one, this Stromberg carburetor made by Senate, we got this 75 and then this CD2, while the other ones we have got is only 75 CD, but not the 2. So these are not completely the same. But I'm pretty sure we can use the needle valve from that one and take those 2 and prop into these ones, because I don't think we're going to use that one later, just now. And then we're going to clean these one up before and stick everything back together. And I'll put new O-rings in places like these with the jet and all that sort of stuff, and clean all up, and then we put them in and cross our fingers that they will work this time and actually get fuel to the engine. So we're going to prep this one up, make this one ready for cleaning in the ultrasonic cleaner, and then we will take the other one off because I need one more bolt to get off the other one and get that off. So that is the plan for now. So I hope we can pivot it around this point here if we loosen up that side. So first we loosen up so we can get the bands here off, which got 2 of them because everything is just big on this thing when it's running 24 volts. And then hopefully we can just take it, lift it up here, rest on this bit, and then we can get our hands in here. And I'll do that one.
Is it heavy, Nessa?
Yeah. This is probably 20 kilos, I would say. 20 to 25 kilos. And this, if you go and have a look at my car, is like that size. And it's like 3 kilos. But in the army you have to get 24 volts, so you need this thing with 2 bands around it. And it's the same as in lightweight, exactly the same as this one. But it's like, normally when you spin it, you can hear it like clunk, 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 and you can't move it. So it's actually in good condition, I would say. So what we have reached now is we got both carbs off. One is already being assembled now. The other one is here. Going to open up and have a look inside of him, see if that is the same problem. I can see on top of this one that it is not the first time it has been opened, because one of the top bolts was this one, which is not stuck. This is what the stock one looks like. So it has been opened before, and also this bit here, that bit was completely bended. So I just snapped that bit back to place the best I could. Now it's just a question of assembling it all and putting it back onto the car.
So just to take a short break from what we're doing, I don't know if you can hear this, but there's like an army of bees just around this area. I don't even know if they show up on the camera, but there's just bees or wasps or something everywhere right in front here. I'm going to try and be quiet so you can hear it. I have no idea where that's come from, but that's slightly terrifying. So we just had a lunch break, and Nissa is now putting the carburetors back together. everything in the engine bay should be back where it belongs. We didn't film much of that because it wasn't that interesting, just putting some very, very fiddly bolts and things and throttle cables and so on and back in. But now we've got to sort out the batteries. We've got to have two 12-volt batteries in the battery box there behind the passenger seat, because of course it's a 24-volt system, and once we get those batteries in, then it is a matter of seeing whether it will come to life.
Right, now we can't get the fuel pump to work, which you need to do like an override switch, because he won't let the fuel pump run unless there's oil pressure. As this one has been started for a long time, there isn't any oil pressure. And I haven't tested the wires, and we got a small dropper from 24 to 12 volt, because we're running a 12 volt pump. We haven't got time to put that in right now, so we're just going to hook it up to a 12 volt battery, and that way we can control him on and off while we try and start him up. Got power. You ready?
This is the one small step for man, one giant leap for TSP TV. Yeah. 15 years. And at the turn of the key, it just started. So now we just got to check out for any leaks or anything like that, of course, because it hasn't been running for 15 years. I actually have a slight sense of disbelief that this has started so easily and so willingly after the best part of 10 or 15 years. But we're now going to bleed the clutch and the brakes, just because they are not in the best order at the moment, and then hopefully go out for a little drive. Now, I consider myself to be a fairly optimistic person, but if I'm honest, I'm pretty surprised that that just happened.
Yeah, but start.
And how long did you say it's been? 15 years?
I would say 15, between 10 and 15 years before.
Either way, that's a long
last time.
Either way, that's a long time, and it was less trouble to start than that one was.
It was.
Which is driven regularly every year. So, the question is, where do we go from here? We carry on working on it? Is it a series?
I don't know, probably do some stuff to it to make it a bit more drivable.
Because I'm guessing if we say, do you want to see more of it, we know what the answer's going to be.
Yeah.
So, if we tidy it up a bit, maybe?
Yeah.
I don't know. But, I mean, the fact that it's running, well, I think we weren't kind of expecting that in a way. So maybe it's something we work on from here on. Maybe you'll be seeing more of that 101. Anyway, that was a very, very pleasant surprise on a beautiful summer sunny day. So thank you very much for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next video.